The fall of the Roman Empire is a complex and multifaceted event that occurred over several centuries. It is not a single event, but rather a series of interconnected events that ultimately led to the decline and collapse of one of the greatest empires in history. In this video, we will explore the key factors and events that contributed to the fall of the Roman Empire. One of the primary factors that led to the fall of the Roman Empire was political instability. As the empire expanded, it became increasingly difficult to govern such a vast territory. Emperors faced constant challenges from rival claimants to the throne, leading to frequent civil wars and power struggles. This internal strife weakened the empire and made it vulnerable to external threats. Another crucial factor in the fall of the Roman Empire was economic decline. The empire relied heavily on the exploitation of conquered territories for resources and labor. However, as the empire expanded, it became increasingly difficult to maintain control over these territories. This led to a decline in agricultural productivity, which in turn resulted in economic stagnation and a decline in tax revenues. Barbarian invasions also played a significant role in the fall of the Roman Empire. As the empire weakened, barbarian tribes from the north, such as the Visigoths, Ostrogoths, and Vandals, began to encroach on Roman territory. These tribes sought to take advantage of the empire's weakened state and seize its wealth and resources. The Roman military, stretched thin and facing internal conflicts, struggled to repel these invasions. The decline of the Roman military was another crucial factor in the fall of the empire. The once formidable Roman legions became increasingly ineffective in the face of new military tactics employed by barbarian tribes. Additionally, the empire's reliance on mercenaries and foreign troops further weakened its military strength. The Roman army, once the backbone of the empire, was no longer able to defend its borders effectively. Social and moral decay also contributed to the fall of the Roman Empire. As the empire grew, its values and traditions began to erode. Corruption and decadence became widespread, and the gap between the rich and the poor widened. This led to social unrest and a loss of faith in the empire's ability to govern effectively. The decline in moral values further weakened the fabric of Roman society. The rise of Christianity also had a profound impact on the fall of the Roman Empire. Initially persecuted, Christianity eventually became the dominant religion within the empire. This shift in religious beliefs led to a decline in traditional Roman values and practices. The influence of the Christian Church also played a role in undermining the authority of the emperors and weakening the unity of the empire. Overextension and administrative issues further contributed to the fall of the Roman Empire. As the empire expanded, it became increasingly difficult to manage such a vast territory. The administrative system struggled to cope with the demands of governing such a large and diverse empire. Corruption and inefficiency within the bureaucracy further exacerbated these issues, leading to a decline in the empire's ability to govern effectively. Economic inequality was another significant factor in the fall of the Roman Empire. The concentration of wealth in the hands of a few elites led to a decline in social mobility and widespread poverty. The empire's economic policies, such as heavy taxation and the exploitation of conquered territories, further exacerbated these inequalities. This economic disparity created social unrest and weakened the empire's stability. The decline of traditional Roman values also played a role in the fall of the empire. The Romans prided themselves on their discipline, patriotism, and devotion to the state. However, as the empire expanded and became more diverse, these values began to erode. The loss of these core values weakened the sense of unity and loyalty among the Roman people, making the empire more susceptible to internal and external threats. Plague and disease also had a devastating impact on the Roman Empire. The Antonine Plague in the 2nd century and the Plague of Cyprian in the 3rd century resulted in a significant loss of life and weakened the empire's population. The spread of disease further disrupted economic activity and undermined the empire's ability to defend itself. Political corruption was rampant within the Roman Empire and contributed to its downfall. Emperors and government officials often prioritized personal gain over the welfare of the empire. Bribery, embezzlement, and nepotism were common practices, further eroding the empire's stability and undermining public trust in the government. Cultural decline also played a role in the fall of the Roman Empire. As the empire expanded, it absorbed various cultures and traditions. While this cultural diversity enriched the empire, it also led to a decline in traditional Roman culture and values. The loss of a distinct Roman identity weakened the empire's unity and sense of purpose. Ineffective leadership was another factor that contributed to the fall of the Roman Empire. Many emperors during this period were weak or incompetent rulers who were ill-equipped to deal with the challenges facing the empire. Their inability to provide strong and decisive leadership further weakened the empire and made it vulnerable to external threats. The loss of civic virtue was a significant contributing factor to the fall of the Roman Empire. Civic virtue virtue refers to the willingness of citizens to put the needs of the state above their own self-interest. As the empire grew and became more diverse, this sense of civic duty began to erode. The loss of civic virtue weakened the social fabric of the empire and made it more susceptible to internal divisions. The weakening of the Roman economy was a critical factor in the fall of the empire. As the empire expanded, it became increasingly difficult to maintain control over its vast territories. This led to a decline in agricultural productivity, which in turn resulted in economic stagnation and a decline in tax revenues. The empire's economic decline weakened its ability to fund its military and maintain its infrastructure. The sack of Rome in 410 CE by the Visigoths was a significant turning point in the fall of the Roman Empire. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, successfully breached the walls of Rome and looted the city. This event shocked the Roman world and demonstrated the vulnerability of the once mighty empire. The sack of Rome marked a symbolic end to the glory and power of the Roman Empire. The division of the Roman Empire into the western and eastern halves also contributed to its fall. In 285 CE, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into two administrative regions in an attempt to better manage its vast territory. However, this division weakened the unity of the empire and made it more susceptible to external threats. The Western Roman Empire, in particular, faced numerous challenges and eventually collapsed. The fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE marked the end of ancient Rome. The empire had been in decline for centuries, weakened by internal conflicts, external invasions, economic decline, and political instability. In 476 CE, the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer. This event is often seen as the official end of the Western Roman Empire. Despite its fall, the Roman Empire left a lasting legacy on Western civilization. Roman law, architecture, language, and governance systems continue to influence modern society. The fall of the Roman Empire also paved the way for the rise of new powers and civilizations in Europe. The fall of the Roman Empire marked the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new chapter in history. The fall of the Roman Empire was a complex and multifaceted event that occurred over several centuries. It was the result of a combination of factors, including political instability, economic decline, barbarian invasions, military weakness, social and moral decay, and administrative issues. The fall of the empire marked the end of ancient Rome, but left a lasting legacy on Western civilization. Understanding the series of events that led to the fall of the Roman Empire is crucial to understanding the course of history and the rise and fall of empires.